thing?
Yeah, it's an OBS thing, so
Interesting.
I can't change that. We're live on Twitch now, by the way, on the computer. Twitch.tv/isjustjazzreal, live right now in the flesh.
I'd say the answer is no. You're an enigma.
I am an enigma. Many have said this.
Damn, I thought I was special.
Many such cases. Yeah, so for all 0 of you watching right now who are like, what the fuck is this? Or anybody who happens to watch the VOD, what we're doing is Rocker and I were watching Forgotten's POV of the IM Grand Finals. He was I believe, Pocket Soldier who was playing against Rocker last night. And
Yeah,
the
he was
TS2
playing
team.
one. Yeah.
Allegedly playing Soldier or Pocket. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just like, God, we should be streaming this on Twitch. And so then we're like, why don't we? So here we are, live on the computer. Spur of the moment. 2 med mains, chilling in a hot tub, 6 feet apart because we're not gay. So, by the way, the all-time classic Vine, just by the way, not enough people realize this. Rest in peace, Vine. But
yeah.
Yeah. So where we're ending off is about 2 minutes into the Sunshine game.
50%.
We were initially watching and listening to the comms, but now we're just kind of watching how
it turned into a roast halfway through.
Something like that.
I don't know.
It might have a spy.
And yeah, we're up the first map. And now the second one, yeah, haven't capped yet. It's funny, man, because I didn't even realize how fast we capped on the first map. It was like, yeah, it's 90 seconds. I'm like, huh? Like, god damn, dude. Because yeah, Grape Juice is like, you guys look so good on fucking process. And I'm like,
I'm gonna look behind. I'm sitting on.
I'm surprised too.
Like a white gibbous and a yellow gibbous.
Yeah, it was process went by really quickly, which was
So they're gonna come choke now.
I think a testament to how well you guys were playing. A soldier comes in. Who's this, MIDI? No.
That's Gru.
That's Gru, yeah.
Soldier into cafe.
So then
I mean,
he goes.
both my soldiers are fucking shit up.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
And
And he got the force,
yeah, you
yeah.
get the force out of it. And then like this guy doesn't have the health to commit.
I thought my scout would commit on the guys in choke, but he went for the scout instead. I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, I had a lot of weird counter pops, like I said, dude. Like, I just thought my team would be doing something else, but
Yeah.
or I thought they would be jumping me. Like, I thought they would be feeding me because they're med bait so much, but they really didn't.
But yeah, like this is the shit we were talking about earlier. Like the rocket management out of this player is like abhorrently bad sometimes. Like what is this? What is this? Dude fucking like shoots one rocket, reloads, spends one to jump, shoots another. Fuck it, I'll commit with one rocket. Like you know.
Even though we can't see where the rest of their team is, all I see is that one scout. Because that's how you get into moments like that. It's like, oh, I'll just kill this guy. He's isolated. And I think he's forgetting that we're talking about them too. It's always weird for me to listen to the enemy team's comms because, like, I'm aware that they're reacting to me, but it's just weird to hear yourself referred to by somebody else that like might not like you or whatever reason,
And I think one thing that this team did really poorly that you guys took advantage of is like they like to take isolated fights.
Ego fights.
Yeah, ego fights, and like they're always just taking one-on-ones. They're never really helping their teammates like turn their one-on-ones into 2v1s.
Yeah.
And so
not on purpose anyway.
Yeah, not on purpose. Exactly. Like if it's a 2v1, it's like incidental. So it's always just I don't know, weird. And here again, like the ammo management of this guy is like poor. He's got 4 rockets.
2 rockets.
Like if you get 2 picks right now, like what are you gonna do? You can't commit off of this. You have to jump in. And you guys do get 2 picks right here. And then, like, here's the call. What is it?
They're close cafe.
They're close cafe. Dude, they're in front of fucking Valley. Who called that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, with the way he was typing the demo name out, I think a lot of them had nerves.
Yeah. Which is fair. Like, it's a nervy situation being in the grand final. But yeah, here it's just like I don't know. A lot of these fights and pushes that they take, it's just weird. Like they have a 2-man advantage and like they somehow flub it.
Spawns in
This
5,
guy doesn't have
they
any
will
ammo
resite.
half the time. What's going on?
Yeah, that's the balancing act of soldier, I guess, is you gotta be fast, but you run out of rockets real fucking quick.
Let's fight this.
One thing
Because you
too.
think
No, go on, go on.
I was gonna say because you got 20 rockets and 4 in the clip, so that 24 rockets. That's about what 6 reloads or 5 reloads. But yeah, if you're jumping around like this and just spamming the rest, you're not gonna have a lot of opportunities to just use your rockets for something that's actually beneficial.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like spam is good, but coordinated spam is better. If you're just doing this, like sure you put the feelers out and you get your hits on, but I mean, just you don't need to be doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
like your team should be calling out where they're at because they're peeking around that corner. Like, yeah, okay, they're in lobby.
One thing too that I noticed, some teams, some soldiers aren't doing really effectively. At least, and this is like just jazz theory crafting, as I never see them like swap to the shotgun on last holds.
Yeah,
Right?
on last. Yeah, no sub. I think sub. No, sub doesn't do that. Fucking Tycho does that, and I love him for it.
It's so effective. Like,
Yeah, it's free damage. You're not jumping anywhere really.
Yeah, and if you have to commit out, like you just have to play a bit more passively, and like you can't do like these big sync jumps, especially on soldier. Like if you just have to like play that little bit more passively, you're gonna die at some point anyway. You can swap back off.
Chances are your met has advantage, and they're going to be sacking in, so you're going to be balling up around your medic in most cases anyway, right?
And then like, and how tilting would it be if you like if you get jumped into, and like the soldier just fucking whips out the shotgun and just like get 2 shots you on the way down.
And another big thing too is that I don't mind giving my soldiers extra buffs because if the soldiers have extra buffs, they're extra happy. So I don't mind giving my soldier the beam. It's because I've been playing for 11 years and you've been playing for about as long, if not longer. You've been playing since 2007. I forget how long you've been playing sixes.
I've 6s since like 2019. But like I've played TF2 for. Man, this is a fuck thing. We were talking about this last night in terms of like getting older, but still being like an active player. Like sometimes I get that it's just like a weird feeling because it's like I remember when this game came out. And it would have come out 2007.
Yeah.
And so like I would have been in like 7th grade, 8th grade. And so like
yeah, same.
It's just like a weird feeling because it's just like, oh man, that's like a long ass time ago. I'm like an entirely different person. The 8th grader inside of me like still exists, as does like all iterations of you. But so it's just like, man, sometimes I play the game with people who weren't alive when the game came out.
Yeah.
And that's like, what the fuck is this? And so it's like it's kind of like a risky business, why are you shooting the shutter there?
Fucking 70,
Like,
dude.
shoot
I
one
don't know.
rocket, and then like, I don't know. This is another thing too that that this team does really poorly is that like. They're just so slow on these transition moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you've
We
lost.
are 2 kind of. I mean, we're a little bit slow. We're like seconds slow, but these guys are like minutes slow.
Yeah. That's one of those things. It's like I posted that that little graphic in the chat the other day where it's like the attack versus defense.
Oh yeah, the soccer theory.
And I might actually just pull it up because we actually do have somebody in the chat, by the way. Toka, Tohca, one of the Chainlink millionaires from the Oz Fortress Isolation Cup, one of the best guys I've ever played with in my life, is in the chat.
Toka.
Is in the chat inexplicitly. Toka, welcome. We love this guy. Sorry for my sniffles.
He's allergic to cats and he has a cat.
I know, and I love. God, by golly, I love that cat a lot.
I'm a cat guy too. Don't worry.
And so, like, it's one of those things where I picked it up from like coaching soccer.
I think you meant the cat. I'm like, huh?
That too.
It's a cat
little
playing
bit.
soccer.
From Jazz. So I'm just looking it up in Discord.
Yeah, I don't think you said anything. You just sent the attachment. But no, that's because you and I are both soccer guys. So I mean, I got it instantly, and it's funny how sports and military theory, weirdly enough, because I'm history buff like that, play into TF2. But especially sports, especially a game like soccer, because it's dynamic, because you have multiple positions, but they play on both sides of the field usually, like the wingers and shit like that, So it's definitely applicable.
And what people don't realize is, and I hope you can see my mouse on the screen. Let me check.
I can see it on Discord.
You can see it on Discord. You can't really see it on the excuse me, on the stream. That's fine. Is
Just
that
describe what you're circling.
yeah, okay, well, I'm just checking, okay? Sorry, I have the sniffles. Fucking chill, cunt. Is that in TF2 you're either attacking, defending, or transitioning between the two, right? And the transitions happen very quickly.
Mhm.
When you lose players, right? You've just put in two, you naturally have a period where you have to reorganize yourself in order to like nullify the fact that you're now down two players, right? So what you guys did better than them, admittedly not like incredibly better, but like better
Enough.
enough.
Yeah.
And what these guys do pretty poorly with is moments
left
like
arrow.
like this. Let me re-maximize my
watching-
screen real quick. Where like
Oh my god, I guess so.
50.
they've picked up two, and like it takes. Let's
Soldier
see.
to right.
So
Soldier bombing.
2308. Let's find out. So 2305, 2304, right? So within the span of 2 seconds, they've gotten two picks, and then the time it takes for them to like start pushing out and like peaking. Like this guy should actually be rocket jumping right now, which is like
Traps.
you know,
The one time he fucking doesn't.
it takes him like 10 seconds. He shoots two rockets, and then like nobody else is like starting to enter, right?
So 14 seconds gone.
Yeah, so 14 seconds gone, which gives them enough time for like the other spawners to come up, which now means that like this area, this transition area where you have an opportunity to take space and like put the other team on the defensive, like is totally
And let's be
nullified.
clear. Let's be clear. 14 seconds is close to 16 seconds, and 16 seconds building at max rate is 40 Uber. You could give up a 40% Uber ed taking this long.
Yeah. So
Which is why positioning matters. That's what positioning means, is putting yourself in the best possible situation to react to the transition, either attack or defense.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Oh my god, I guess
And also that's why having buffs is important too, because if you can have more health to jump faster, then you'll be quicker on the transition.
Yeah.
It's like sprinting when if you absolutely have to in soccer, you know, getting back to defense after you serve the pass into the box as a winger or whatever, and it fails, and you have to go back to your standard formation.
Good kill.
I'm so glad I set up push to
Shutter,
meet
he's
binds
watching
because I just
Shutter
had a big
He's out.
sneeze.
Yeah, I've got
He's
at least
watching
3 of them.
Sniper left. I can't get on him.
Snipers left, and then just my boy coming down top and just having his snipers back, and look at that, he gets the scout.
They have a sniper.
Like, dude, our soldiers were so good about, like, they took the longest time, and I told them after a while, it's like, just jump around more. Like, you don't have to stay committed once you make that first jump. Just, like, use your mobility. Like, make them miss shots. You know what I'm saying?
Sniper dungeon, sniper dungeon.
You don't have to fully commit, but you have to like commit enough.
Yeah, but if you see a bad situation, you have eyes, you have a mouse, jump away.
So he took 100.
All right, you
Focus
keep
point,
talking.
turn
I'm
around,
gonna go
focus
grab
point. Stop walking in the lobby,
a bit
guys.
of allergy med. One second.
Coastal dungeon.
Sure.
Right now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a beef push. Oh, that's right. It was we were running out of time, so we went for the exchange, and yeah, we beat the push. 3 of us died early, but we just brawled out, and it was really scuffed. I don't know. Just the one thing that we really did well throughout the whole season, I think, is our last defenses and our last pushes. Like, they weren't always the greatest, but for some reason we just had a factor of salvageability, because, like, I think we discredited our ability to DM,
Clear cafe.
but we had really good players that had DM when they needed to.
I'm above Tetris.
The positioning wasn't always the greatest, but if they needed to kill things, they definitely did well. And we got a lot better about mutual support with, like, spam and following up on damage calls and things like that.
I'm getting a pack as well. I'm not in.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm going Valley.
Yeah, we knew this guy was behind Valley, and I'm just like looking behind. I'm like, when's he gonna come out Valley?
Going now. Going now.
When's he gonna come out Valley?
They're gonna get out cafe.
And so yeah, we're on their side, and
Protect our-
that was a moment. I think I was weak, and I was kind of debating if we're gonna leave or not because they were on our side of mid. I don't really remember.
20 for me. Left, left.
I think that's like one of those moments because I think I saw Chill was down, and
He was the first to die.
it was just like a
Just got the back
weird
I'll push the front.
sort of a weird area. In those moments, like my instinct is just like continue the rotation and just like get yourself out of harm's way as fast as possible. I remember seeing that on the stream,
Can we pressure last
and it seemed like you were caught in two minds. Like, do we stay close valley or do we like rotate into cafe and just try to get out?
Yeah, well, we were told by Grape, you know, don't end up on their side because that seems to be.
140 med.
Oh yeah, and this like I surfed away, but there was the demo just in on the right. Like I was confused because I'm like, okay, I live this, and then just demo's right there. I'm like, well, shit,
Yeah.
and I hit him with an arrow right before I died, and he got traded up because of it. But
There we go.
yeah, no, it seems to happen a lot on Sunshine. It sometimes happens on Process, but especially Sunshine, I've noticed. You know, we end up on the other side after you cross in front of Tetris, and we were told, yeah, just don't end up on their side, just however it is, because there was a moment where we were in their cafe, and I was weak, and I wanted to grab the pack, but Chill was like, no, leave. I'm like, dude, they have our exits covered, and we were close to Uber. We had like 70% Uber on the mid, and he was like, yeah, just get Uber and use that Uber to get across. But like getting out was the right play in most circumstances, but the way it was with just like 2 or 3 players up, it was better to just get the Uber and just live with it.
Beams left.
And that was the moment where like my instinct was like, yeah, no, just live. But Chill was like, no, get out valley. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And this was a moment because we had this theory early on before we got real mentorship. That just if they come in left, just shove the right. You know, don't end up in front of spawn because you're just going to get collapsed on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do that, and I thought we were doing that, but we ended up just balled up, and it fucked us.
What would Grape tell you to do in those instances?
Well, the thing is that he basically told us to hold right, but he didn't really go over that sort of scenario. But
Right.
it was what worked, and so we're like, yeah, just shove the right, ball anybody up that's coming in to trail the Uber, and just try to live. You know, it's sort of because there was a situation like that when I was pugging on Snakewater, where we were on bats and they were coming up through bridge through saw, and we were close to Uber, and I left just instinctively to go out the left shutter, try to lead bats.
Yeah.
But my team all went grass, and I'm like, is that a play? And they're like, yeah, no, next time just go grass in a situation like that. Just rotate, just counter rotate because they don't have the point yet. It's a little bit different on last because it's the last point, but in a case like that on second on Snakewater and they didn't even capture the second point, yeah, just rotate the grass and make them come to you. Just live.
Interesting.
So that's the same kind of theory we sort of just went with on our own when we went into our Sunshine week.
Wait for them to come into us.
Because Sunshine was our worst map, 5 CP map besides Sultry, but it's basically everybody's worst 5 CP map by default.
Yeah, Sultry fucking sucks.
It's not great.
It's so bad. It's so bad, man.
Other one's in.
I'm going cafe.
Can we counter?
Unironically, we should just play Badlands, and I don't like Badlands.
I'm not. I prefer Granny over Badlands, but yeah, I'd rather play Badlands.
Y'all looking at this calf? I got pipe.
Oh, nice pill. Eat that.
Get out. Stay on plat.
God, this kid's rockets are just like, they're just frustrating to watch.
He's trying to do invite rockets, but can't.
Yeah, well, he's,
You know,
he's trying to do invite rockets without the understanding as to like,
Why?
yeah,
Watch for them to push through valley.
So many such cases. Many such cases.
Two valley, bombing valley. I need help valley.
Okay, I'm getting going
They're
right.
And I mean, it's cool. You know, there's nothing really wrong with that. But if you're going to do it, hit it.
Soldier in our calf. Soldier in our calf.
Don't follow me.
Yeah, this is a moment where I think Chill mentioned that they were going to go for the back cap, and then Soldier, and then Midi joined them, and then we lost 3.
yeah.
Took 80 from me.
They're bent.
Down three. We push.
It's one of those.
Because that was-
if it works, it works. Like I
Yeah.
can appreciate it,
Getting through choke fast.
especially because it was like a quick recognition of like, okay, they're going calf,
I'm through med.
so like, fuck it, we go the other way, you know.
Yeah.
Watch for them to use.
What Grape told us in the pause is that it's about slowing them down if they have Uber advantage. You know, you don't have to get up, just slow them down and draw out their transition as much as possible so you can nullify the Uber advantage. And that's one thing that we really weren't doing,
70%. Okay.
is that we would just give it up instead of just trying to like slow them. Like, you know, die or don't, doesn't really matter. Just make sure that their Uber advantage goes to even.
They
Yeah.
have a gun.
Okay. I'm gonna clear everything.
Gun. They have a sniper right.
Which is true. It's something that it's one of those things I've forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? I've played TF2 so much I've forgotten more than most people have learned type of deal.
You cannot peek that.
It's just one of those things I've internalized, but I didn't really know how to describe it to my team until Grape Juice said it.
Okay.
Right is the only place we can get in.
That's why I love talking to invite players because they actually say everything that you think.
I have to watch lower.
Well, there are a lot of players that do the same exact thing in invite, but he's a really good teacher. He really helped lead us in the right direction and figuring out what we need to do, because we all understood what it was when he explained it, but we just didn't know how to arrive to that conclusion by ourselves. So his tutelage was definitely important in helping us getting ready for these finals.
And he's also just like a really good guy. You know?
Yeah.
He's
Love him. Like
he's so nice to talk to and like super smart, super kind. Like, I don't know. It clearly has like paid dividends.
yeah, I mean he may be from BC, but I won't hold it against him.
Yeah, some Canadians can get away with it.
They're not all on the list.
I'm watching Dungeon. Get out, Finn. Where are
I'll
you?
be the last one against the wall. We'll say. I made that joke to my my
40 in our
state
value,
representative
Keep
once
backing up.
because I was at my
I'm getting into
I was at my brother-in-law's house. My brother-in-law is the president of the bank in town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Demo is same shit.
You know,
Same shit.
so I go over to his house one day. He's like, "Oh, our state representative's here." So I'm like, "Okay, cool," And
90 left.
he and I actually get on really, really well. Like we have a lot of seemingly ideological agreements in places.
Sure.
And so I said, "Well, how would you feel about repealing the state income tax?" And he said, "Well, I'm actually in favor of repealing the state income tax, but it's not something you really campaign on because it's not something that draws out voters and the people who vote in like primary and state elections, i.e. boomers." And I said, "That's a fair point. You know what? You'll be the last one against the wall." And he didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Jesus.
And so, but so it goes.
And that's how you ended up on the 5th watch list.
You got to keep these kids on their toes, man.
Mm. Wait, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, these last holds, dude. That right on that even Uber's hold right theory and just have demo sticky spam the left, dude. It's actually so powerful. And just have your soldiers watching lower and right, and rotate one of your soldiers over if he needs help.
Yeah, especially like
locked out so much.
Keeping your demo like out of harm's way. So one thing I've really noticed with how last holds are done in the more modern era is like you used to have like players like actively putting themselves into like lines of pressure in order to pressure the other team as much as they can. But now it's just like you can passively watch stuff, you can set up stickies, and like they can't enter.
Yeah.
And if they really want to enter, it's gonna be at a great expense to them. Especially on like Sunshine, where you got that massive low ground, but it's all protected by that big wall. Like it's so hard to push into. This guy's running out of fucking rockets again, dude.
2 rockets.
Two rockets.
1 rocket. Ammo pack. Oh, see, this makes up for my poor ammo management. I get ammo.
Okay, I'm capping.
Do they have full head? Oh yeah, no, they don't.
No, it's even.
I'm gonna get into left.
It is even, right?
Go right. Cross right.
Okay.
No, it's not.
When did you use?
Help me point.
Helping your point.
I think that was still.
Quick ball.
I don't know. I think he jumped me and forced Uber out, unless that was already an Uber go. I don't know. I thought I did have Uber.
It was full ed, so this is where the pause comes in.
Yeah.
So let's hear what they say.
Hold on, guys.
They said, "Why did they pause?"
Hax knows the answer. He wants to hear them say. Finman,
Sniper.
I'm gonna strangle you, Finman.
That's exactly what I think they'd fucking say, but...
No, it's not at all.
Why can't we?
I was ready to tell Chill to not play Sniper so much, but the thing is that like he can play both classes, but like I don't know. I trust him to make the shots because he hits them.
I have to pee so bad.
But I think you could go now. We just need to tell them you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, they said
But yeah, we got Grape Juice in on the huddle, and that's when he told us that basically that we weren't on mids, we weren't taking positional advantage when they were giving it to us, and not jumping on weak players, because apparently there was one point where Finman was 20 HP and nobody jumped on him, which is funny because I think we scrimmed against these guys on process.
Are we doing the same thing? Do we
within
want
the
to
last
talk
week or
about
so or
it?
whatever,
While we have
and
time?
they just did not heal their demo. And I saw him with the Solemn Vow. He had 60 HP,
What
This
happened
game
on
and I-
is
these?
gonna-
What
and I-
happened on these
and I-
last mids?
and I shot an arrow at him, and I'm screaming at my team, "Demo's 60 HP!"
Yeah.
And then he still doesn't get healed, and he's just walking to the left side, the small pack near their sewer,
Yeah.
and I'm screaming like, "The demo's still 60 HP! Jump this man!" And eventually, okay, jump the demo. By that point, he already got healed. But yeah, so it's not something that we haven't done before. But Grape just really
Are they rolling
nailed
out
it into
Valley?
their heads, like just jump on people that you know are weak.
Yes, they're rolling out Valley. The demo is.
Because
Okay,
there's
no, but not
because
the combo.
we're calling it out. We did well with calling focuses and calling out weak players as the season
Okay,
went
I
on.
mean, like, yeah, once they
But yeah, I think we were just in our heads or in our own heads a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, like, you're never going to be in full 100% control over the course of a match. Like, naturally has, like, some breathe and ebb and flow. And just being able to, like, take it, because it's not something that a lot of teams do as effectively as they should, like, taking attack pause and
I
being
have it
like,
muted right
what
now.
the fuck are we doing, you know?
Yeah, because most tag pauses I feel are just people getting their anger out of people and just saying, just fucking do this thing, just do this. It's not actually constructive. But having a mentor like Grape Juice come in and just get our heads back in the game is just such a boon.
Good problem, or good thing to have, like,
hmm
hey, what's
And yeah,
going wrong? Let's ask the guy who plays an invite.
I mean, like, props to the dude, because I was like, dude, I'll send you $40, dude, if this is like taking too much of your time. Like, you're giving us a lot more help and insight than I would have thought
Yeah.
somebody would be willing to give us.
Highlanders main sixes.
Like, I'll compensate you, dude, because this is like primo shit we're getting here. Like, I expected it to be like the standard, like, you know, like most invite players when they tell you do the thing, but it's not really the why or like personal experience really drawing upon, you know, like drawing upon like failures on their past teams and how they corrected it. It was just like, oh, this is what we do.
It is definitely not.
And yeah, the dude was like actual mentor, like true to the definition.
Yeah.
I see an issue with the skill level.
The
Well,
issue
yeah.
being they suck.
DM is not as demanding in Highlander.
We suck.
No, he's talking about Highlander, I think. Let's roll it back.
Dude, get those castles, bro.
Alright. So,
Not up, Finn. I'm gonna kill
well,
you.
stop disrespecting Highlander so much. It's not as horrible as you make it sound.
It is
Yes,
horrible.
It actually is. It is.
It's so
it is
bad.
definitely not.
We're all in agreement.
But if RGL considers IM play or invite players of Highlander to be IM, I see an issue with the skill level.
He's right about that.
The
Well,
issue
yeah.
being they suck.
DM is not as demanding in Highlander.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm of the opinion that if you're an invite Highlander player, you at minimum have to be placed in main,
They
even
only
if you
scrim,
suck.
like, two, like what?
Mm.
two
Even if
times?
you suck.
Mostly two. So.
Because at least if you're at an invite level in Highlander, you're gonna understand like flow,
Yeah, game
the
sense.
archers,
Yeah.
the women archers.
and there's
Yep, I was
it.
just about
It's
to
not
say
always a
Actually,
one for
I
one,
don't play fucking
uh,
Clash of Clans.
I don't know.
Translation?
I don't.
but it's
I
pretty
will.
Yeah, you-
close, you know.
Women archers to be
Understand the
fine.
exact flow of the format, but you know how the game.
Dude, how many
mechanically
fucking
works.
minutes do they get?
5.
It's 4 minutes.
And I asked Chill about this. I'm like, is it actually 5? Because I actually looked at the rules a
Their
few
scouts
weeks
and
ago.
Their scouts and soldiers aren't really
Just I forget what the fuck I was
really
looking up. I
having
think I was
much
looking
impact,
up
so as long as they keep them
forfeit
shut
wins,
down
and then I was
keep
looking at the
making
rest of
sure
the
they're
rules.
smart.
Whiteface has a lot of.
But Chill was like, yeah, no, 15 minutes for pauses, and they're saying 5.
Sniper.
And and Chill was like, no, it's 15. I'm like,
Well,
okay,
is it tech or
I'll take your
tac?
word
Did
on
they ever
it.
say?
It's tech, obviously, but they would say tech, they would tech.
Man, it fucking sucks that my allergies started acting up sometimes, man.
Nerd emoji number M17 said,
I fucking hate this shit.
Man, I don't know how people play TF2 with music like I used to do it, but it just takes away my focus too damn
No,
much.
it's
15
so
for
bad.
pauses? Casters
I
can
don't-
see it,
I
but
don't-
the people watching the cast
I don't really get it either. Where it's just like, I need full concentration all the time.
And
Yeah.
when
Like, I
STV
can't
can see it,
I can't
which
not
includes
listen to the
casters, but
music.
the
Like
casters
it's
all
always
have
like
chat turned off.
registering something in
So
my
I
head.
can say things.
And so like anything that's taken
Yeah,
away from like
But
my
you
full
will get
focus,
banned
just
if you
like
say certain things,
Nah,
but
hold
it's
on
still
is
hard
hold
to
on now.
censor
verboten.
that.
Hold on now.
I'm pausing,
Okay,
I'm pausing,
we're
we're
You're on pause on.
Alright, so
Okay.
tax done. Grape juice.
We're gonna go left. We're gonna
Grape
go
juice
left.
gives the motivation.
Okay.
Say-
Watch
say
for
it
the
again?
people in cafe.
Just Grape Juice finished up his talk, and yeah, we got ready.
Told him to fucking
Yes.
smash these cunts.
More or
Chicken
less,
butt.
yeah.
Fuck!
Alright, now you gotta disconnect.
No, because it
Guess
wasn't much.
why?
It was just capitalize on the advantages that they're letting you have, like
Stop.
health and
Chill.
positioning.
Demo's dead. Nice. Okay, play on point. Play point. Play point.
Soldier in.
They're
I'm
out,
dead.
they're
We immediately left.
He faded on right here. He's dead.
Come on, man.
Nice. Take it cafe. Take it cafe.
Behind you, that's
This next sneeze will
Watch
cure
for
me.
the other sack. Watch for the other sack.
Yeah, getting
Check
through.
corners. Check corners.
Soldiers in front.
Soldier in front. Watch for stickies.
No
I don't
stickies,
see
no
There's
any.
no
Demo died,
stickies. We
Demo
killed
died.
Demo. We killed Demo.
We gave him
I'm
a
retard.
That's one of the
Okay, it's
first
even
things
numbers.
I tell my team when demo. I was like, no traps, just get through. Don't be afraid.
Sack and go sniper.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you?
And that's actually
No,
something I
I
picked
wouldn't
up from playing Fortress Forever in TFC. Because if that demo's dead, you can fucking move the flag if you're already going in. Like, just
Soldier in.
don't be afraid. Demo's dead. No
Keep
traps,
backing up.
dude.
Nice kill. Nice
Yeah,
kill.
just walk in.
No!
No, disrespect. Just play the game. Keep your
They
head
have a gun.
And I-
Building same spot.
On point.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Left
No,
side of
what?
point. It's watching.
I was just gonna say I play medic in TFC and
Demo's
Fortress
top
Forever,
right
and
still,
he's
watching
a
crowd.
lot more of an offensive powerhouse than
Watching crap
TFC.
here, I
But
don't
still,
wanna build that yet.
the potential's still there. Like medic's a fragging class, and I will never not be persuaded. I've came to this conclusion like 8 years
So
ago.
You're retarded. Get out of
Okay,
lobby. Get out of
okay.
lobby. Get out of lobby.
Critio.
Like
Critio
when people disrespect the medic's fragging ability, that's when they run into
Keep
problems.
yourself hidden until we get.
I'm watching bottom right. Your dungeon.
That's how
is
you end up
closed.
standing
Soldiers
outside of two
Soldier in,
and
soldier
just
in.
like fucking.
That's how you end up with the medic capping in your face because you jumped off the point because you
backing up,
don't
keep backing
think he's
up.
an actual player that can do anything.
Just play with our sniper.
Yeah, we can just bait them. We can bait them into our sniper.
If you just think he's an Ubermobile, you're doing it wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm making so they can't get in.
Bottom right with beat. Bottom right beat. Bottom right beat.
Metric 50. Metric 50. They use.
Nice. Uber should be
Force
better.
it.
Yeah,
Leave me,
I
leave me.
fucking juggle, man. That was bad.
Yeah, that happens.
Scout's close
Yeah,
here.
you can go now.
Can we go? Can we go?
On me. I'm
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
him now. Give this guy a hat. He's behind us.
Die.
Kill's just distracting, which is a fine
Where
feat
you
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's.
Trap stop right. Trap stop right.
I don't know if that was his intention, but yeah, it works.
Especially too,
Okay,
like
okay,
if you still have a gun up, which I don't think you do.
We did. I'm pretty sure we did. I think that's why we said to push out. No, we didn't.
At the very
we didn't.
least, like
Soldier dead.
everybody starts going top right, it's recognized immediately, and then like you see 5 players looking at you, and nobody turns around and says, "Let's not walk through here. Let's go the
If
other
we
one."
were gonna use it, you
other
needed
door,
to
you know?
Flash me in it so I could catch them all.
And yeah, look at that. We got their everything.
I
And we
think
have
it
like
would've been
20
fine.
ad
It's gonna be
at
like-
least.
It's like 5 seconds so you get there.
Or at
Big
most,
Uber
really.
design.
We're at there. Come
Nah,
play the
you
lead.
put him
No.
on.
So do
It's
you
all
not?
good.
Wait, did we get them
Doesn't
in?
matter.
So you're second.
You did get the
Buffer
best. He was the
soldiers
first one to
Oh,
die when
okay.
you pushed it.
Oh,
to the right.
oh,
Those are in
okay,
cafe,
yeah,
they're
true,
really
okay.
fast. Fight this
So
soldiers
it is
valley
like
with
60
me.
ad.
We're getting ready to leave cafe.
So,
They're coming through about.
And yeah, I remember somebody screaming like, "Yeah, soldier jumped on top of cafe. Careful, careful, careful."
Back out now.
you're going now?
I killed the soldier
Oh,
behind.
Back out now.
This brother,
I brought one behind.
he's just never
Okay.
close to 200. You know what I
Close
mean?
to 200, and he's never in a good position to like
We're bad.
We're
to
Don't play
pressure
outside.
what
We
his
will get- we will
team
get-
is
stay,
pressuring.
stay.
Yeah, and if you look at the heals, dude, like if you look at the SCV especially and see it in real time, dude, I gave my soldiers so much fucking
Yeah.
beat.
Uber's dog shit.
Don't drop. Don't drop. Don't drop.
Uber's dog shit, dude. You have Miski bombing in.
I fucking died.
And then he dies.
We're not gonna get it.
We're through
Yeah,
back.
dog shit Uber. And how many of our players died?
What did
Oh,
we
that's
do
right,
for
0.
them?
Stabilize.
Soldier through valley.
Soldier Valley hit 100. Chuck on you.
Took- Okay.
This guy just doesn't really have like a concept of like
9.
what the
Wait,
game
live.
situation is most of the time,
I can get you right.
and how to position themselves
Back
accordingly.
here. We can still hold on.
It's always
Get
just
us
like-
further up.
Like they've got Uber
Pretty
ad,
good.
and so I'm gonna go grab the ammo pack and health pack in front of
Getting it
cafe. But like,
Yeah.
dude, they're about to fucking push through cafe. Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
70, 140.
Like, put yourself on height. Get ready to either
I'm
like
just looking
sack
for
or
a sack
spam.
here.
They just didn't respect me, frankly. They just didn't seem to acknowledge that if I have advantage, I am pushing you. Like if it's even, I'm gonna try to work it. But if I have more than 20, if I have at least 20, I am using that because I know I build better than most people,
Yeah.
at least at this
We're gonna
level.
even out. Can we get the even
There have been a couple times where I played in advanced pugs and even advanced tryouts, and I'm like surprised. I'm like, oh shit, these people actually build as good as I do. Okay, I gotta reel it back a bit. But yeah, in this one, dude, knowing how Fitman plays, oh dude, I knew I had Uber advantage whenever I calculated it.
Yeah,
And I
Fitman
was
is
never giving it up.
he's pretty dog. Like
He pulls out his bows too much, and I see so many people do that. It's like, just beam.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay,
build
okay,
way
okay.
quicker. Like, yeah, you may get Uber, but it's quicker to have the beam attached to somebody, and you can overheal them.
He's open to
Like, you
push
could just
already.
spread out way more heals and make sure your
Yeah.
players are buffed if they just come to you. Like, they don't need to be separated from you all the time. You have eyes. If you can see where they're coming in, that's
Yeah.
fine, but you don't need to be physically there.
Protected. I'm peeking right.
That's another thing. It's like, I don't know, the over reliance on bows.
You're peeking shutter now.
It's like, dude, just buff them,
Close shutter.
please. Just pull out your fucking meta beam
I can't get an
They
Stick
might
it
have
up their
counter
butt.
sniper.
and like
I'm just playing.
get them to like
I would
an
back up, I would
acceptable
back
level
up.
of health.
Jesus.
And I'm glad I did never get into the bad habit of just, I did it first. But, like, if I miss that first bow, I'm just beaming whoever's closest to
Yeah.
me.
Soldier
Screw it.
left, soldier
And I
left.
usually hit my first bow, so, I mean, it works
Demo's
out.
rotating left as
So,
well.
Demo's left. I got fired. Jesus.
you gotta practice those bows, and if you don't hit it, don't fucking fish for it. It's the same as fishing for heals and chasing
Okay,
heals.
we
Don't
have
do
a
it.
Sniper, so I'm gonna hold it a little more passive.
Soldier hit 150 there.
They're sacking in. They're both
Okay,
in.
they're down
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Death.
They shouldn't have gone in the same
It's
door.
only-
That
we
was
can't
kind of
push,
scuffed.
We just need a peek. That's it.
I'm peeking.
I'm dungeon, right?
Got to 40.
Like who's going in from bats here? Like
Where are we?
We
I'm
can't
on
get
why are
it.
we both
still.
checking
I
shutter?
guess
Are you
back
gonna go
up.
bottom left?
I don't know why we're doing
There's
this.
no real
Uh,
purpose or direction with this team. Like
They don't, yeah. Like, the important thing about comms is it's not just about the call, it's also saying what you're doing so you can form a mental
Still on
picture in
sniper.
your head of
Give
where
you
your
a
team is
little
actually
boost
at.
pad
Like,
that we
it's,
learned.
like, just say, I'm pushing dungeon, I'm
Right.
pushing bats, so you have that checklist, because
Thanks.
if you don't, you end up going the same places and it can fuck
So
you because
dark.
you're caught out by the same spam. But, like, yeah, somebody says I'm doing something and I'm about to do the same thing they're doing, I'll just go and do something else just to make sure I'm covering all my bases.
Sniper,
Yeah.
Demo's right. They know I'm right side. Can I get arrow?
Sniper should push shutter or bottom, lower. Don't peek. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Got the demo though.
I'm
See,
trying
that's
to
not
take
constructive
it.
comms,
Soldier
though.
left, soldier
Just-
left.
Just don't
Also just
peek
left.
this, don't peek that.
Demo's
Don't
lower.
Don't need to rage at your
Soldier
teammate.
150
A lot of
lower.
things left.
They're using. They used.
I'm going
This
back
is
in
good
spawn.
use.
They're
down
I'm gonna
two.
back up scout. I'm
you get a
back up scout.
flash. I mean that's not even a flash
Money.
there to be fair.
Running
But
at
now
them,
it's
right
like
side.
once
Okay,
this
bombing
Uber
them.
ends,
Nice
how are we
kills.
gonna make this work?
Hey, don't let them
I
take
just,
that.
I thought I was getting caught, so I just tried to live however I could.
Yeah.
It's just
And
one
I
up,
thought
it's
it
just
would be
one
going
up.
dungeon, but I got collapsed on. I mean,
Do we
whatever.
see this guy? Do we see this guy?
Like, it,
Nah.
because it's like, if I'm going to die and they're going to focus me, I'd rather draw attention away from my team.
Guy,
Oh my
nice,
God,
nice, nice.
holy shit.
And this is a moment
Like you guys just like
where I looked at it back,
I was
and I'm like,
doing
why is
left
Whiteface looking at the
valley.
spawn? He should have been looking behind him, because if you would have meat shot this guy jumping him,
Yeah.
he would have had enough time to finish that cap. It was really unfortunate, but it's not something I'm really going to hold against him, but
Play
just,
fly here.
yeah, just look somewhere useful.
That's one of those,
I don't know.
especially like you know that the team's pushing out. Like nobody's gonna spawn and come out of spawn. Like they're all gonna be.
Somebody
coming
was
from
in
front of you.
spawn, but yeah, he wouldn't have been there in time. He couldn't have gotten around that wall. But Gotten was there, and yeah, just look behind him, and just meat shot the guys who jumped, because he shot like a rocket to the point, dude. Like, he had no
I
time
only
to
saw one
react
scout.
with the way he was looking.
Might
They're
be
gonna come
sniper.
choke.
Might be sniper.
Yeah, soldier through east. He didn't commit.
That's just through choke.
Here,
That's one of those low percentage plays anyway. That it's like
Yeah.
if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. This
yeah,
this is what Uber
this
was
is-
talking
Okay,
about.
can we play post? Can we play post?
Wait, rewind it.
Yep.
Well, soldiers at cafe.
Danny on demo.
Ew.
20%. Miski's like, do you want to go Valley? And I'm like, yes.
I see two soldiers.
Hit with 30 damage.
Fake call. That is not a fake call, my boy.
I want to hear this.
I only saw one scout.
70%.
Might
They're
be
gonna come
sniper.
choke.
Might be sniper.
Yeah, soldier through east. He didn't commit.
That's just through
He has
choke.
no eyes on Valley.
I don't want to bomb that.
They're gonna get him in.
Okay, can we play post? Can we play post?
That's such a toxic call.
Yes, going now, going now.
Well, soldiers at cafe.
Danny on demo.
Well, soldiers at cafe. Our cafe.
And I barely live with like 10
We know he
HP.
had ad.
That's the round.
No,
That's not the
I
right.
don't even. I had
We're close.
took it in.
But
Up in 5. There's not. This whole.
But I hate that call. Finman's gonna die, or Medic's gonna die. Like, just, it's not useful to say that.
yeah,
Video,
Your
video.
mech should be the one saying that.
Just
You
on
shouldn't be
that
saying that.
Okay, yeah, they're playing ad.
Because when your mech lives constantly and you make a stupid call like that, you're gonna look like a fucking idiot.
Hard
Ahmed
Yeah.
said
We are gonna
that's
do
all you
30%.
need to say. Like, wait till he's dead.
Well, no, it's
Or
not
just-
even.
or just
Yeah,
let
wait
him
till
say
he's
it.
dead.
40%.
They call.
Yeah, just let it. Like, you don't need to say, "Our Met's gonna die." Like, oh,
Fake
jeez.
call.
So you're not even gonna try to make me live? Like, come on.
Bro, this
Last
dude
shield,
listens
last
to
crit.
dog shit music too. Like,
Demo's
what the
lower.
fuck is this?
He got my sentry.
We're taking it in.
Yeah,
Keep position
75.
here. They're all Scott's on cap for free.
They're bombing
Get on
left.
Stimmel, get on Stimmel, get on Stimmel.
God, that milk dude.
I'm
just
staying on cap.
as long as he
literally switched
could.
on cap, bitch. You just have to keep it there.
95,
Keep
97.
it. Keep it alive.
Oh my god, man!
You're so close to the
Oh my god, man!
98.
Who would that have been? That Fedman?
Yeah.
I want to hear this one more time
Gemma's lower.
because this is so
It's a
jumbled.
fake call.
It's a fake call. Pretty like only slight us up.
Not a
last
big
shield,
call.
last
Get in
crit.
the lobby now.
Gemma's lower.
I saw-
He got my sentry.
We're taking it in.
We have
Keep position
75.
here. They're all.
I can't
Scott's
jump
on cap for free.
They're bombing
Get on
left.
Stimmel. Get on Stimmel. Get on Stimmel.
I baited my scouts there.
I'm staying on cap.
I thought we could get the cap, and I didn't pop on him.
You just have to keep it
95,
there.
97.
Keep it alive.
Because, like, that's
Oh my
the...
god, man!
That's the classic Sunshine bait the scout until
There's
the
so
absolute
close
last
Uber.
second Uber, but I thought we had it, and both my
98.
scouts were on the point,
It's
and
the-
I couldn't save either of them.
Excuse me.
Yeah, maybe they might try to fast bomb.
Oh my god, man.
Sorry. I hate you, Knockhouse.
I don't think you
If we're expecting
should.
fast bomb, don't.
I'm walking left.
Like, they're getting mad that they're getting beat. It's not something that they
If
can
you're
really
expecting
fix
fast
unless
bomb,
they
don't
play
fast
better.
bomb.
Like, I don't know why he's upset.
This round
Left.
doesn't decide it. It's the next round that does.
Left.
Potentially.
Doesn't
You
get a
didn't
bow.
blow either.
Going right.
Yeah, the med's tilted now.
Yeah, the one time he doesn't pull out his fucking crossbow.
Soldier high.
On a minute. Scout died.
Full
It's fine,
collapse.
it's
of the
fine.
corner.
They're packing their cafe.
Got soldiers.
On the scout, on the scout.
Could win this.
Took 60.
Players.
Where's Demo? Where's Demo?
I remember this. Everybody was
Oh
fucking
my,
weak.
my game lags.
And our Miski, or... Yeah, Miski was coming through Valley to help our scout.
What?
No more feed, no more feed.
Good cap here. They just got a spawn wave. They might just come right back. They're gonna come right back in.
Yep.
I'm lagging.
just
It's
Yeah, because our
Above
teammates were like,
fell.
they're gonna have spawners, but it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
dude,
gonna
yeah,
go
but we're
Valley.
already here.
Soldier, Demo's
Coming in.
There's
like,
three
go
of them.
in.
They're
They're all
behind.
choked. Just live. Just live.
I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying.
Leave.
Yep.
Play second.
Guy feeds in Valley. They're gonna get the cap.
Oh, I saw the
Play
trench.
second.
Is it even?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
relatively even. It's
Yeah, that was like a perfect
We're gonna
repush
get timed
and
out.
basically
Whoever
second
wins
mid
the next
fight.
round wins.
Yeah. Or it's whoever wins this
Who
one.
who died first on mid? Which med?
10 this side, I called it, man.
Okay.
It's-
They might
it
take
was
it. They might
even.
take it then.
70%.
Play this. Play
Yeah,
back
we're
then. Play
building.
back then.
Here.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah, they're gonna protect. They're gonna
Soldier choke. Soldier choke.
We were about to, but they left. It was 20 ad, but by the time we all got there, it was even.
We're out. They're gonna get second.
Okay.
They're gonna get second. Play last.
Can't give up.
No,
like
no.
that.
Just
Just
sucking
go to
takes
Sam
pills from
Valley when
Miski,
you get
dude.
that call.
That brother's pills are just on another
Yeah.
fucking level. Like, we're never playing demo, he's just sick.
Cody, live,
We
please.
have
No,
NGL.
I'm fine.
We're never
They're
playing
pushing you right, they're
demo
pushing
in
you right.
sixes. We played demo in Highlander, but to his own
We're doing
word,
left.
it
Soldier to left.
sucked, so...
He's dead.
No, it's okay.
Demo's right.
I'm resuffing.
You're alone text. You're alone text.
Okay. I have lobby control.
I'm gonna sack you have to do it. I'm not there
Yeah.
yet.
I can't go. They're all looking at me.
Okay, then don't sack.
Yep.
It's not great.
Just get back.
I think there's like another 5 minutes of this. Or 3 minutes of this.
Do you guys just end up leaving it till the last second and then push
Yeah,
it?
lobby. They probably will go sniper.
I forget. We have a couple failed
I'm gonna
pushes,
go
I
check.
think. But
Or
yeah, there were
spy.
several times where,
I'll
like,
check.
if I was calming extra, I was basically just saying slow
Like
down.
10 minutes.
Just slow down. Like, you guys are starting to get hyped up. We're not there yet, but if you keep going, just slow down.
I'm right side.
Especially on process, like in the very beginning. Just like we're here, we're in control. Just
I
don't-
know. I don't see
don't-
all passes.
don't strain
Just
yourself.
I'm gonna
Play as you do. You
Two
know,
or three,
I'm gonna
man.
play up sniper.
you get to
I bumped
a
spot,
final.
I
You get to a
bumped
certain
spot.
point because you
Spy,
spy, spy,
play.
Nice smoke, I
Round two,
guess.
Demo's left.
And
Demo's
then,
left.
50.
I'm getting through dungeon
Heal up.
fast.
If you,
We're gonna step and push. We step and
I'm
push.
in, I'm in, I'm in.
Don't dungeon.
If you
I'm going- I'm
start
behind
trying
them,
to
I'm
play
behind the valley.
differently,
Sure.
why are you going?
We're not in yet.
I'm all the way behind them. I'm all the way behind them. Can you guys pressure?
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, I think this is where I called him out. He's like, he's in cafe.
I'm bombing
Can
in
we
two.
start capping? Can we start capping?
Bombing now.
Yeah, this guy's still cafe. Just look at him.
They use.
They use.
Oh no, I guess I
I'm still
wasn't.
behind.
One of these plays, like
Soldier
I
left,
called
soldier
somebody behind. I don't know.
We're rotating back to bottom left.
I can bomb. I can bomb.
No, I'm short.
Dungeon.
Fighting soldier bottom.
Landing on
Down
med.
three.
Oh, look at this.
Fighting a soldier mid.
I have 30 HP, and I live with 6. I make a huge surf out to Valley.
Almost weak. No, it's just.
And it's
Not-
only like 10
not
10
not
ad.
only that, like he doesn't try to
re.
re-aim
Yeah, I'm
and go for
get-
some
I'm
sort
gonna
of
get
Don't want
mad.
kills
shot.
here.
I got-
Have you
Remember.
noticed
They're all
that?
choked. Soldier
What
behind
is-
me.
Yeah.
what is he doing here?
No, it's.
Fighting soldier bottom.
Like
Landing
this,
on
this is just like classic like
Down three.
Badlands Spire. Hits was great surf by the way.
Soldier.
I killed
Fighting
him.
a soldier mid.
Like he goes to like
pretty weak. I'm
jump
so weak
again.
here.
I don't know.
Okay,
Like,
just if you guys.
He probably thought I was gonna crater or something. I don't know.
No, it's just two. It's just two on.
But I legit had
I
6
know,
HP,
but-
and I'm like, woo!
If you can get in, then do it.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
get back to me so we can build up
I'm
the
gonna
SAG.
get
Get
one
back to
kill
me so I can
here.
build up the SAG. 'Cause it's not gonna be
They're all
much.
choked. Soldier
Yeah,
bombing.
you're
Choke,
running
you choke.
this guy's Soldier's gameplay, like,
We're almost here. We're almost here.
he
You guys
has
good?
moments.
No.
Soldier
Chunk
left.
of
But
it.
it's
We
just
need to
like,
live. We
it's
need to
so-
live now.
Here.
It-
They have
it's
Uber
consistent.
red.
Behind them.
And it's
Can you
so
back cap then potentially if they
They
push?
don't.
intermediate,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come up with engineer.
They know I'm here. I'm going for medic.
Oh. Okay.
Nice
Medic
kill.
hit 100.
Nice
Good
try,
kill,
nice
that's a
try.
good kill.
Whatever.
Alright, they should slow them down.
Medic was hit 130.
We're gonna get her scout up. Build with
60%.
chunk. Yes.
That's the other thing, man. I'm
60.
comfortable with being 20 HP if I know I'm not gonna take spam. It's
Might be
like,
done.
because my team was like, get the pack. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. Just keep building.
Yes, dungeon,
Heal
dungeon,
pyro.
dungeon.
What the fuck? Why am I
I'm gonna
dropping?
come with scout. One point gun goes down.
Alright,
Okay,
85.
I'm left.
I don't know.
To use.
Try to get the Uber. Just try hard deny them the point.
I need to. I'm rebounding point.
Just took off
Outright,
50.
outright.
I'm dead.
Yeah, this is a failed push.
They have?
Soldier hit 100.
Use on point, say soldier.
Please, please.
Nice kills. Just keep playing on
So
point.
just one health there.
They're all right side. 3 right side,
Soldier
1
weak
left.
right. Soldier weak right.
Nice kill. Rest are right.
Oh my god.
Dungeon demos.
Yeah, it's like
leaving here.
Coming dungeon.
If-
Focus that demo.
Kill this demo, please.
Oh.
He's dead.
Scout on
That's
point.
so good.
Nice.
Clear everything.
I'm
Clear
Behind
everything.
his chunk. Or, that's not, that's not.
I'm up. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, I've said it
Okay,
multiple
you
times
say,
about
you say.
Miski's pills, dude. He's basically like a second scout with how accurate he is with those shits and the way he can just kill like scouts or
And his
soldiers.
Iron
on them.
Bomber, too. It's not this fucking lock and load shit,
Yeah.
you know?
He tried it
Rolling
on
out
clear
still.
cut, but he didn't really like it
Okay.
that much.
He's hitting real man
Kill scout.
pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Soldier close to your valley or cafe.
Sniper, sniper, watching cafe.
Massive. Oh, bro.
Body shot. Let's go.
Live for second text.
Probably just the last one.
That's another thing that
Just spot for
Chill did
second.
really well over the
Okay.
series is he just came up with like
They're going.
Probably try to feed for the med.
incredibly clutch
No.
med picks
Sam.
on like
Yeah.
Spire Sniper.
Sniper,
So
valley,
he had-
speaking.
He had like 4, and he dropped him at least
Cannot
3
repeat
times.
that.
I
I'm
think.
out. I'm out.
That's what
we
Just
figured
try to
out.
live.
I'm just gonna play bats.
No one
If
die.
you can't get anything, just live. Just
They have
live.
Uber pretty much right now.
But also
Can we get
like
a gun,
Finman
please?
isn't
Live
doing
for the-
themselves
live
any
for the
favors because like
Live for the last push.
if it happens once, it's like a one-off. It happens like 2 or 3 times. It's a pattern.
They might
Right.
be
Mhm.
bigger on dungeon.
And so
I'll
like
be
once
done,
you
yeah.
die
Not
to
positive.
something like
Dungeon,
twice,
dungeon,
like
dungeon. Beam is
Chill
dungeon,
likes to
that's what
off
I'm talking
class, then like you have to
Beam's
like
Yeah, they threw.
you have to self-adjust for
I'll
that.
play left here.
Like okay, well Chill could very well be
Soldier
like
right.
on sniper on
Soldier
spy,
left.
so
Soldier
like if
left.
he's
Soldier.
if I'm gonna guess he's
Soldier
on
dead.
sniper,
Demo's really
then what
hurt.
I'm gonna
Die.
do is
Point,
I'm
point,
just
point,
gonna
point,
like
point,
bait a
point.
little bit
Sniper
until
left.
like I get it all clear.
Demo and sniper. Sniper left
And instead
last.
it's always just
Sniper
like
left.
I'm just gonna
I'm
go go
done.
go go go.
Somebody-
You know?
No one's
It's
clear
funny
left.
'cause
No one
he's-
clears left. No
I'm
one clears
clearing it.
left.
I'm clearing it.
He's usually the one that baits the shit ton, so yeah. But yeah, once his happenstance, twice the circumstance, or whatever, and 3 times his enemy
You're not
action.
gonna be a sniper for.
Or it's a coincidence, 3 times his
And
enemy
that's one of
action.
the things that I find with like IM players
Again, take
is
the valve, like, slow. They might push you.
with
Take
soccer
corners.
we have this term a self-regulating player. So great,
Mhm.
great.
So just going behind. So just behind us. So just behind us.
Yeah, that was a fat.
Yeah.
That was a great.
He
board.
was just hiding up above Cafe too,
Yeah,
but
and he lives.
yeah. But we call it a self-regulating player, so it's a player who's able to like look at how a game is playing out,
I'm on this man.
like recognize what they are doing well and poorly. Bro, just pull out the fucking pickaxe.
Oh man, get juked, idiot! I don't know how I lived. I thought I was definitely gonna die at like 27 HP.
We see that one more time.
Like he put
Look
like
at
so
this.
many
Look at
rockets on me.
It's just sad. They won't have the breach just yet.
Watch out for the denial.
They're coming
He
back
bombs
in,
in, misses the first one, hits the 60 damage rocket.
I'm on this man. I'm on this man.
Here comes getting bullied.
Good
Please
mess.
leave
One.
him.
Soldier behind us still.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Keep leaving me.
But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is Finman hasn't
Come bats.
developed as a med, or yeah, I guess as a med. I don't know how he is in other classes to the point where he's like able to self-regulate his behavior.
Right, right.
Okay. Quick buff.
Like there's not, there's it's more. It seems like with him and the rest of the team on Monolith, and like they're good players. It's just like,
Two right behind you, Sody.
What-
We lost.
That's
yeah,
it.
Oh, GG.
bro just runs into fucking dungeon for some reason.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
what
like
el-
I said, they just don't respect the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't respect the patterns. They just fall back on their own bad habits, and that's what I told my team to break. Is like you don't fall back on bad habits because you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like if it's something new, you got to adapt to it. You can't just go back to thinking, okay, it'll never happen again.
Because it will indeed happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just there's so many moments across like that series where, especially on Sunshine, where they were much more in control of the game at points. On Process, it was just like Process was like not their map.
Mm-mm.
But there's like opportunities here, but it's just like, I don't know, seemingly just like lapses in concentration and just admittedly some like good plays from you guys, but it's just wasn't very clean from them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I almost feel like they kind of your team really rose to the occasion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like evident by the play, the way you were playing and the way I was watching it, and the way that you talk about it afterwards. It's like you were able to just sort of slot in and like do what you're gonna do, and then everybody else just like had really, really good games,
Yeah.
Like the soldiers, for example. I thought the soldiers, grew in MIDI was probably the best I've seen them play. Now, admittedly, I don't have a huge sample size.
It's a lot more reminiscent to the start of the season because they played really well together, and like I've told them before, is that they're independent playmakers. They can recognize the situation if they see it. They're not like, oh, what's the script? It's like, no, I see this play. Like,
Yeah.
let's make it happen. And that's the thing. Is like calls isn't just the main caller making the call. It's like, dude, if you see a play and you can facilitate, it's about realizing what the team needs and what the team can do. And it's like if you see that as not the main caller, you could still be like, hey, let's go. I'm making this play, and it can still work fine. It's not about being an authoritarian. It's about keeping the team on track.
Yeah. And it's one of those things too where as players, like if you see opportunities open up and you feel like you can go for it and get something off, like go for it, get it off. And then like, have faith that the rest of the team will like be able to respond to the comms that you're making and like play around that.
And that ties back into the whole transition theory, and being in the right position and having good positioning allows you to make those transitions and just go back and forth between them as stuff pops up. That's the way I look at it anyway.
Transition theory of TF2.
Mm-hmm,
Except
mm-hmm.
instead of
Nope.
I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. Almost did. Almost did.
I thought about it, and then you started to say, "Oh, no."
I'm sitting there just like, ooh, I'm not gonna cross some lines. I don't want to get permabanned from RGL just yet. But no, it's just one of those. I don't know. I like I said, I think across the two maps, like everybody on your team like had time to shine, Like it wasn't like there was no real standout player. It was like everybody like played their role, which is what you want to see.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, I felt like with Monolith, I don't know. It's like I said when I started watching the VOD before we decided to watch it together in the Discord and then put it on Twitch. These comms are dog shit. Like these are really bad comms.
Yeah, I have some inside baseball from Tax. It's just that the team cohesion wasn't there, and like my team, we had our moments where we just sort of I think it was just familiarity breeds contempt type of thing.
Yeah.
Where we were playing so goddamn much, dude. We scrimmed every single day except the weekends, and it was just like just getting on each other's nerves because of how much we were playing together. But we play well together, and we understand the game, and we had a sort of open air policy. It's like don't keep secrets. Like if you have a problem with somebody, just let it be known, And I mean, we made it known, and if you weren't, it's like any. I hate to think of it as such because I hate the type of culture, but like a corporate job, it's like you let them know what they're doing wrong, but if they still won't even try to seem like they're making a commitment to change, you got to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like
you bring in Just Jazz on Scout.
like I said, like I wanted you because I mean, sure you haven't played Scout, but it's like you have the mentality. You know how to not tilt. You also coach soccer, and I mean, like I said, soccer is so relevant to Team Fortress 2 because it's continuous time. You have to play both sides of the field, and you have to be able to adapt. And yeah, like being a self-regulating player, it's like it all lines up.
Yeah.
So I mean, you may not be confident in your scout, but it's like, if I can just trust your call and trust that you're going to listen and not fall back on bad habits, that's fine. We can still win because the rest of the team can DM, and we're good about following each other's damage up most of the time. And
I would have grinded the shit out of the Kovacs too. Like everybody knows this, but I had
I
my
believed
one.
you.
I had my one game wouldn't work out. It's fine.
I still feel bad, dude, because that was such a shitty fucking scrim to bring you in on against an advanced team on fucking Bagel, dude.
It is what it is. I did what I had. I played my role for the team. We got rid of a player, and that was fun to, as I said, time and time again. It was really fun during when all the fucking drama was going down, where I'm just sitting there, just like, huh, I did this. Well, I didn't really do it, but I was like, it certainly played a role. And
yeah. It was just a long time coming, and like I thought I was the only one feeling it, and I brought it up to Chill, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm at the same level you are," and I'm like, "All right, fine, so cool."
It was
'Cause
one
it's
of those.
like,
It was one of those things too, where like I remember like sort of sitting there during the fallout and like the sort of regrouping afterwards. I'm like, man, how bad would it suck if they actually lost like the season because of this shit?
yeah, and it's sort of that too, is that we didn't want to rock the boat because we didn't want to like upset the team.
Yeah.
Like not emotionally per se, but like just in general, and just you just screw up the balance, and then we just get on the wrong foot, and then it just sort of cascades and avalanches from there, snowballs. That's what I'm thinking of.
It's gonna put this game on while we're talking, so there's not just like
True.
a watching watching an empty screen. No, yeah, it I don't know. It was like I said, that part I was kind of like I'm not sure, but I think as a whole, it was one of those decisions. I think in sometimes you just have to like you just have to commit, you know?
Yeah, and so many teams are afraid of like ruffling feathers, and that
Yeah.
and so you don't make the change because it's like you want to win, but it's like if dudes aren't producing and you've given them a month and a half, and we're scrimming every day, so there's ample time to put in the work and show that you're improving. But it's just like, dude, if we were scrimming like once or twice a week max, I would get it, if you're not getting it. But like we talk things out. Like we were grape juice said something kind of profound while we were reviewing. And he's like, yeah, no, this is a team that's going to win. You guys are going to win grand finals. And I'm like, well, why? And he's like, because you're sitting here and talking it out and you want to learn.
Yeah.
Like teams that win do this. You're willing to sit and discuss it and put in the time. And you're cordial with each other. You communicate things as a team. And he's like, these are teams that not only win, but they stick together. And I'm like, I guess that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Because there's actually a video that Marxist put out that highlighted sort of like how we're doing, just a retrospective of like what makes a team. Like what did you guys do? Like how did you all gel together? What adjustments did you feel you needed to make in the middle of the season? And it's like, yeah, you can't be afraid to like let people know. It's like, hey, we're here to win this. We put in money to play this, and we're playing for money. So you have to show that you want to be here. Do you even want to be here? Show that you do. And yeah, people are just afraid of like, because also people don't really fill out their rosters. They get their 6 players, and then they just sort of let it ride on that the whole season. It's like you got to have some depth to your roster, which is why I wanted to bring in people closer to playoffs, because if we can have that depth and bring in people as we need it, all the better. Because I mean, what do top sports teams do? They have depth to their roster. They bring in people. It's kind of funny because there was a video on YouTube that came out the same, like within days of me like talking this out with my team. It's like let's have people that we can bring in, and a video that justified that because it was about the Miami Dolphins and
Chill
how
just
they went
fucking
from.
runs the spawn here, by the way.
It's like I'm just going to spawn. I'm not dying here. But it was about how they became a dynasty, or no, not a dynasty, but they were winning, and then it just sort of fell off after they won the '74 Super Bowl or whatever. And one of the things they did is they had their backup because their starter got hurt, and then they went to play against the Steelers, and they brought back in their starter because he was healed up, because they thought, well, screw it, he's back and healthy and he's good, and it might throw a wrench into the works for the other team, and they might not know how to react to it, and it paid off. And I was like, dude, that's exactly what I wanted to do, but I was told, no, I'm overthinking it. No, that won't matter. It's like, dude, any little advantage you can take, you have to take it, especially when it gets to crunch time. I mean, we're talking about defending an undefeated season. Like I said in the post-game interview, like I had zero expectations, but if we're gonna be here, dude, just go full send. Don't crumble last second and just turn what's going to be like a record-setting season into just a flop. Because that would just be a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to make the adjustments to the roster as needed, because it's how sports works, and TF2 is no different than any other sport.
True. Yeah, and it's I don't know, to the point about. I actually don't have anything to add now that I think about it. I think you just kind of covered it. like
I've had a lot of time to ruminate and think about this, because it's like make the decision, but don't make it lightly. Don't just be like, yeah, fuck this guy. Like give him time, because people learn at different rates, they improve at different rates. But like if there's zero growth being shown, just then like, okay, we've given this guy his time. It may not have been like said plainly, but I mean it's kind of implied. We have, Chill always had the ambition to do well in the season, and he's one of the team leaders. So I mean ultimately it's him and Gru's call. So I mean they went with it, and yeah, like I voiced my opinion, but I'm like, dude, it's your team. It's like I've just been playing the game for a long time, so I have a lot of insight as to why I think we should maybe do something. But ultimately, if you don't want it, that's fine. I'll just suck it up because I'm being paid to be here. Chill paid for my registration. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be playing the season. I thought it was going to be shoutcasting instead.
Yeah.
But Chill just wanted me on Medic because they liked having me on Medic, so I just went with it. And I was like, okay. Because he straight up said to me, like, I was making drinks, and he's like, how much would it cost for you to play for us? And I'm like, oh, dude, I don't want to play, dude. Like, and I just said something that sounded ridiculous, but I didn't realize that Chill was stacked and he had money that he's willing to spend. And so I said, pay my registration fee and 2 keys. And he's like, deal. And I'm like, oh, shit, you weren't supposed to say yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Registration fee and 2 keys really screams made of money to me,
But I guess relatively when it comes to TF2 players, yeah, I guess.
For real. Better than Dingo, who spent his invite registration fees on a bong one year.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
dude. That's
I was reading that on TFTV the other day.
That's
it's one of those things.
Is a destructive drug. Don't let people tell you otherwise. It
Real.
can be just as bad as meth or any other fucking hard drug. It's not
co-signed, because that was some real shit you just said.
Like, yeah, dude, it's like any other drug. Oh, it's not, it's it's habit forming, but it's not addictive. Like that's
literally what an addiction is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, I'm not shaking, I'm not fiending. I just feel better when I have weed. It's like, yeah, you sound like an addict.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so no, it's
I smoke weed for the record, occasionally, but I'm not.
I had to go full stop on not smoking weed anymore, like. As in, I don't smoke weed anymore. Full stop on not smoking weed is kind of a double meaning.
Most I've done is had like a couple of drinks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I guess getting back to the TF2 instead of talking about weed, it's one of those things where we were talking about this earlier, where I really do feel like the TF2 that I enjoy playing these days is when I get to play with a team of like talented but like still fresh players, and I can be like that veteran presence. It's like being a League One team, the third division of English football, and like you have a bunch of like up and comers, scrappers, whatnot, and then like you just make a signing of a guy who like maybe played like low level Premier League back in the day, hey, but he still got it. He still got it a little bit,
And he
you
has
know.
that higher level insight, so he knows what
And
to
it's
bring to the table.
and it's just like it's also just like the nothing phases me about this shit. Like I kind of had this, and I brought this to like my actual playing soccer, where we had this adult league in town. It's 7v7, so small field. But like I was never a talented soccer player, but like I know how to like fucking give it, and like get in people's heads. And
Mhm.
so in the final, so my entire role on that team for the season is like I would help press the back line, and I would help just like I would just get in people's heads, right? And I fucking relish that. And I remember one time I'm like, because I was a bit overweight at the time. Um, in the final, the ball goes out for a throw and it just barely rolls over the line.
Oh yeah, I remember you
Um,
telling this. Yeah.
and so the other players, he's just walking on over to it. And so what I end up doing is I just I just like jog over the ball faster than he can get there, and I just fucking kick it away another 5 feet. And he turns to me and he says, "You're fat." And I'm sitting there just like, dude, I have you right where I fucking want you if that's your comeback. Especially too, it's like, dude, listen, I've been around the world. I've seen some shit. I had a pretty rough childhood. Like, there's nothing that you can say that is gonna like fucking get me to bite. Like, I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
fuck about like what some kid from like who gives a fuck uh town in the south says to me. Um, and it's just like with newer, to bring it back to TF2, with like newer players, they still haven't, again, going back to that concept of like a self-regulating player.
Mm-hmm.
Like part of self-regulation is regulating like your in-game actions, your TF2 actions, but also regulating like your emotional responses to like the
Discipline.
very stimuli that you're having to face.
Yeah.
And so like, I remember the Open Grand Final in Oz Fortress Season 30, where I won, by the way. I I told my team, I'm like, I need you to everybody go into chat right now, or go into console and do HUD say text times 0. They're like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, because you don't need to be looking at what everybody else says, right? If you,
We actually had a similar situation where like they were kind of when we were
yeah,
scrimming the cat girls, they were getting into it, like not like toxic, but they were just ribbing, throwing them out. But I'm like, dude, just focus. We're here to practice. Like we're not actually playing these guys. Just focus up and just turn the chat off, dude. You don't need to respond to them. Like really, it doesn't matter. Because if it's gonna affect the way you play, then just turn it off.
yeah. And it's like, until you like sort of develop that ability to like see a chat and just like laugh it off, like just turn it off, you know?
I don't even acknowledge the chat. Like people will type stuff, like they'll have like full on conversations or whatever. I just don't even notice they're there until I look at the demo. I'm like, oh, they were talking the entire time. Didn't even
I
notice.
I have a rule where if you say one thing stupid, at the next available opportunity, I just mute you.
Hmm.
Like everybody gets, unless it's like the team captain and I happen to be the team captain, like everybody gets one opportunity, and as soon as they've like spoiled it, like bye bye. That's because it's one of those things where it's like, I um um and this is again like self-regulated. Toka wants me to put on process, so I'm going to put on
I
process.
was gonna say, yeah, throw in process. We just watched Sunshine.
Yeah. So this goes back to like the self-regulating player concept, where it's like I know myself well enough where it's like, I'm probably not going to tilt over something that somebody says in game chat, but
Right.
I don't want to give myself the risk, you know? So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's the same mentality as to why you turn off hats. You know what I mean? In TF2, you turn off the cosmetics because like it used to be when I was first starting. Seeing somebody with a certain cosmetic set and if they were screwing me, it would affect me mentally. The intimidation would be there. So I just was like, all right, I can turn off hats and it's not a problem. All right, cool, I'll do that.
yeah,
And everybody looks the same. I go by how they play, and it made me focus on how they actually played and not just seeing what they're wearing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it keyed me in on more what to actually look for rather than just hats and shiny bits. So it's the same sort of idea, but with
See,
chat.
I've always had the hats turned on solely for arrows. So like I can
Mm,
quickly distinguish like who I need to be arrowing at what time, because
Yeah.
you just form that connection like, oh, Midi's talking. Well, Midi wears these cosmetics, so if I need to find Midi on the map, I'm not having to like, are you are you the soldier above sewer, or are you the one in front of a cafe or whatever, Um, two call-ups for two different maps, by the way. But it's just yeah, that's another thing. I'm always very interested in like what where can like you give yourself like 1 or 2% advantages, And sometimes that 1% advantage is like I'm gonna turn off chat so I don't have to like read any stupid shit that somebody says.
Hmm.
Um, some of it's I I'm big on like streamlining keybinds and like whatever processes. So like my space bar has crouch and jump bound to the same one. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if I have to hit a surf, like there's no extra movement. Like everything's consolidated.
yeah.
Um, Man, fucking talking about all this shit makes me want to grind one more season. I know I said that earlier tonight, but like, I know I shouldn't because I'm at that age where like grinding a season, maybe in the summer when I don't have soccer on.
Yeah,
You know,
something other than soccer to do is basically the video game form of soccer without having to play FIFA or PES.
well, I'm a football manager guy. That's
Oh
my
yeah, yeah, true.
that's my crack.
That's yeah. Like I said, man, I don't have the patience for the autism to play that game myself. I'll watch it occasionally,
Yeah,
but I can't do it.
yeah, but yeah, no, I think maybe in the summer I'll probably be like, all right, if we're gonna do a season, like we're gonna do it up a little bit better than like what we would normally do. But I guess it just depends on my summer schedule. That's the other thing too. What happens when you get older is you actually start like we were talking about this last night. You start realizing it's like because 30 is still a young age. You're 29. I'm 30.
Yeah,
30 is still a young age, but it's not. you know,
yeah.
you kind
Yeah.
you kind of like you start being like, fuck, where did my youth go? You know.
Hmm.
You kind of just get a little bit more existential about where your life is heading, and so it's just like I've had to, when I think about playing TF2, it's just one of those just like, God, do I want to spend the time playing TF2? Oh, it's also like I don't know, it's a game that's given me a lot, and I've met really cool people, and I've kind of done the gauntlet where I've been a player. The only thing I've never been is an admin, but
I don't
come
think
on.
you're missing much.
Yeah, I don't think I'm missing much either. But like, I've I've played, I've spectated, I've casted, I've been in tournaments, I've gone to a LAN, and now it's like, you kind of start wondering like, what else is there on offer for TF2 and me,
Yeah.
And so I feel like what I can do is sort of what you were able to do with TF2 team, and it's like, yeah, you were on the grind, yeah, you won a championship, but like as much as it was about you, it was also like, you've managed to like help out some kids, because relative to us, like your teammates are still kids,
Yeah.
like
Oh
a,
yeah,
a
dude. Like
20-year-old is not a fucking adult. Like it
I
is,
was
but it's
very
not,
aware. I was very aware of the age difference, and yeah, and I've taught TF2 to a bunch of people. A little bit of a stint in sixes, but for the most part, they just pub with me, and I just taught them how to be better players in general.
Yeah,
But using what I know from sixes, and I've done that with a couple of other games. But yeah, I've taught people plenty, and that's what I like to do. It's sort of my way of giving back in a sense. Not to
yeah,
sound like a fucking asshole about it, but like no, if I know it and people are looking for help, it's like, dude, yeah, I'll do it. Like I
yeah,
can explain to you the mechanics and insight of this game. I can't probably offer you like specifics on your class, but if I can put you in the right mindset of how to look at the game, the rest will come
yeah.
naturally enough
If
just by playing it.
if I, as somebody on your team, can like help you learn how to focus up, how to like properly improve, and how to approach the game with the right mindset, and like also through that teach you like skills that will help you out in other areas of your life, because there's a lot of applicability to like how you approach TF2 to how you approach like everything else.
Well, yeah, if you're
Like
dealing with a team, you
it's
learn how to work as part of
yeah,
a team. Yeah.
like like that to me is like a blessing of sorts, because it's like, we talked about this earlier, because all we know how to do is repeat ourselves here on Is Just As Real podcasting. Is like I've been very lucky in that like some of the players I've worked with, who I consider them all friends, have like gone on to be like 10 times the player than I ever was, right?
And that's what being a coach is. Yeah, it's like,
And-
they say those who can't teach, but you can. I mean, that's not always the case. Sometimes you're actually really good, and you can pass it on to other players. But anyway.
Yeah, so it's like seeing like Fancy Sun go from like watching him win Open season 2 of RGL to like playing in Invite, this season, almost beating
Yeah.
Froyo. Seeing Hannah go from like just a TF2 center pug lord to like playing in Invite. Seeing Mobe go from like, God, Mobe could not fucking calm for shit when we first started working together. And now,
how long ago was that?
This was season 6.
Oh,
6
wow,
or 7.
okay.
Yeah, so he's had a couple good seasons of like straight improvement. He's learned how to be like more than just like a scout DM lord. Like he actually thinks about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like being able to help them learn. It's like I like that's the shit that I enjoy. So I fucking coach soccer for a living, right? And so like I see that's the role that I'm trying to continue to grow into as a TF2 player, and it's the one that I would do if I was like to play another season. It's like, what is a team that, or what is a group of players that is sufficiently like skilled, who wants to like learn the game, either an AM or an IM, and like what can I do to like help them get to that next level? We don't have to win a championship, but like if we like, that'd be great. But if we can just like do well and develop as players and as people, then like, God bless, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
We have 5 viewers. Wow.
I didn't think we were that interesting.
Well, we got Michael Wilbrower in the chat. Greg Club, love this guy. He's another player. I remember we played Uncle Topia, and I don't remember if I told old Michael Wilbrower if to start playing sixes, but he started playing sixes. That's the
You
other
said
thing.
you've done that with multiple people, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that's another thing too that's happened. Is like I've started like I've told people like, oh, you should play sixes. You'd be good at it. And like they started playing sixes, and then they're like, yeah, you were the person who told me to start playing competitive TF2. I was like, really? I don't
It's
remember
sort of like,
this.
it's like dudes that have like children in different states. It's like, I don't remember birthing you.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
well, you're my daddy.
Yeah, I just got a cheeky nut off on your mom. We were a Tinder date. I was expecting to meet you. Like I played a fucking TF2 CC pug the other day, and I was on like soldier or scout, and the med was so fucking good. And I was like, dude, this is the best med I've ever played with in these pugs. He's like,
Oh
dude,
yeah, I remember.
he's
Yeah.
like, dude, you told me to like start playing sixes in TF2 CC. Do you remember that? I'm like, no, evidently not. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's cool to see the sort of legacy that you leave, and like knowing that that you are making an impact in somebody's life, like even if you don't ever realize it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, it seems just like any other sport, except that the pipeline from player to coach and impact maker is just is so streamlined. It's like you can go from being a regular player, but you can, in the same season, even you can be mentoring people below you or whatever, and just have about as big of an impact on their team as you put on your own. And I think that's part of the beauty and why I keep coming back to it. Is like, yeah, I'll occasionally see people that I played with a long time ago, and they're still playing. Admittedly, I didn't really like get them into sixes, but I remember like, oh yeah, I remember when you were playing Steel or Open back in 2014. You're still playing. Good lord, when we were going to break the cycle of playing TF2. But yeah, definitely, it's one of those
Bro,
unique aspects.
nobody ever fucking breaks the cycle of playing TF2.
No,
Nobody
no.
ever truly fucking leaves.
I've quit this game like 6 goddamn times, dude. Over 11 years. Like,
If I could bring back fucking Giggly Guy from the depths and have him start playing sixes, like there's hope for like nobody truly fucking leaves.
no.
By the way, that's probably the best pickup on any team I've ever had was Giggly Guy, because for those who don't know, Giggly Guy won Invite Season 5 with like Banny. Like this is like
ESEA, right?
yeah ESCA. Like this is like ancient era. And so one day
It's
I
like 2010 or 2011. Yeah.
old. And so I just messaged him out the blue one day. I'm like, hey, I think it'd be really funny if like you started playing sixes again and word disseminated that Giggly Guy is back, but that he's playing on a no scrim team in IM. And to his credit, he's like, yeah, that actually would be pretty funny. I'm in. So, it's yeah, nobody fucking leaves TF2. Don't let them fool you. Yeah, Michael Wilborough says in the chat, Javert, which is a med that I was talking about, has def credited you as being why he plays sixes. So there we go. Just a person from Uncle Topia that I fucking added. It's like, hey, you'd be pretty good at this, And he was. So good for him. He's a good guy.
I think that's the other thing that comes from playing Medic is that you can really take stock of what a person's capable of because you see it from that pulled out perspective, and it's you can recognize the potential of players a lot more than somebody that just plays like a combat class through.
You either recognize that they're like a good pub med or they're a good pub like something or another, and like you just be like, hey, just come on, just
refine it, just yeah.
Like I remember Javert. I think I remember him in the sense that like he would have had to been playing med in like a TF2 or in like Uncle Topia, and me just being like, this guy actually knows like kind of what he's doing. Like you can tell when somebody's like thought about the class, even in a casual sense, that they thought about like how their class plays. And I think the big distinction for like a pub med and like a pub med with potential is always like, are they a med that I have to cycle back to, or are they a med who is like actively like helping lead a push with heals?
Yeah, and especially if they can spread the heals, because you and I both played a medic at a time where scout speed wasn't a thing, so there's, to most people's minds, there was no benefit to actually giving them buffs. Nobody would ever touch a scout with their beam because it's filthy and disgusting, and why would you ever deign to heal a scout? But I remember seeing plenty of people playing pubs back in the day before scout speed, and if they actually healed the scout, I would say to myself like, yeah, no, this guy's good. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, just in a pub, in a casual sense. Like normally, if I play like a pub, I'm just playing like soldier or demo or some shit. But like if I go med, like it's a fucking big deal. Like all of a sudden, like the team goes from like not being able to like get pushes off to like actually being effective. And I'll get on comms too, and I'll be like, they're all dead. Fucking go. Just walk in. Just go.
Yeah.
Please fucking move, dude. You don't have to kill anybody else. The point is free.
Just
Stuff
be
like
there.
That. Yeah, just move yourself into the next area, and we can win this so easily. Like
And then, but you always get that. I do that sometimes, but only if I'm like really feeling like the team is up for.
By the way.
Yeah. if they look like they're willing to take the push, but they just need a little bit of guidance, because I've had so many people like, oh, shut up, don't tell me what to do. It's like, okay, dude, go fuck yourself. I'm just trying to help the team win.
Bro, we're playing Team Fortress 2 over here, not
Fortress 2.
I actually had a moment in a pub today where it was like, it's like this kid on the mic, he's probably like 13, 14 years old, maybe even younger than that. I'm like, it doesn't faze me. Like, it wasn't annoying me just because, like, it's again, I've been playing this game since I was his age, right?
Yeah.
So and so, I had to start making some call outs as well, just to like get him engaged, and like he started making comms as well, and just like, they weren't perfect, And then like he would also just like make
Woo.
funny comms and shit. He'd like
Yeah.
he'd go for a high five and then he'd kill by and he'd be like just like shit like that, which it's cute.
I feel like
And
there's a bell curve
and
with players
well,
because, like,
let me finish my story. And like some
yeah,
guy
yeah.
pops on the mic at one point when the kid, and he's like, also the guy who pops on the mic is also a kid, and he's like, shut the fuck up. And like, don't be rude, bro. Your parents raised you a lot better than that. Some shit like that. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, whoa, I didn't expect to get reprimanded by like, Mr. Jazz over here.
Yeah, I think there's like a bell curve of like engagement. It's like it seems to be like the younger players are like okay with like really getting into it and like communicating, feeling like they're doing something. Then when you get to like about the late teens, early 20s, people are like, oh, shut it, man! Don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Ego shit.
they're drenched in irony. And
Yeah, and then
they can't afford to take anything seriously, even like fucking a TF2 po.
yeah, and then you get older and like around about our age, and then it hops back up again. Like, well, yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this,
let's
man.
fucking
Let's
win, man.
communicate. Yeah.
I'm here because I want to have fun, and like part of my fun is derived from like either winning or like putting up a fight to win.
Giving a fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that whole mentality of it's casual, it's casual. It's like, well, dude, okay, it may not matter, but it's practice, and every situation that you're put in life is a form of practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you learn bad habits in practice. So I'm not about to start learning bad habits because I care. It's just yeah, okay, it may not count, but I'm still gonna put in the effort to make sure I'm not like being bad. Because it would take me actively trying to not play the way that I do. To have fun the way you seem to think it should be. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. Is like I'm not trying to try hard. I'm just playing how I play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would have to like stop myself and dumb myself down and then just not go for something that I see. It's like I can't. It's like going against your nature. I just can't do it.
Everything is like so ingrained and so second nature that to not do it is just like, why would I do that?
It's actively throwing at that point.
Fucking TF2. Fucking TF2,
I got into this season on a whim, and I got into TF2 on a whim. Like I'm still beating myself up over it that I didn't shout out my buddy Chris Dayer. Went to high school with him, and I mean, serious moment. He killed himself like more than a few years ago at this point. But yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have ever played a TF2 lobby, like TF2 lobby. Not like I don't mean like a TF2 center lobby, like TF2 lobby. Yeah. I wouldn't have ever played my first game on Medic on Granary with him if it wasn't for him. And like I was fucking shit, dude. Like I learned sort of what the heal order was, but I didn't really know what it was. And I was having people tell me what to do, and they were clearly not thrilled with me being the medic. But dude, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have ever gotten my feet wet, and I wouldn't have stuck with it. Like I owe everything from TF2 to that dude. I'm still mad at myself that I didn't shout him out. I totally forgot. But I got the moment there, so yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You got the dub last night for him too, like
yeah, it wasn't really on my mind because
you've been watching on heaven.twitch.tv,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
rocker.
that. Yeah, so that really was for him, and yeah, that was it's the highest moment of my TF2 career. Like I said, like I've taught players, and like most of the teams I've been on have been like friend teams, and it's like, all right, what is somebody doing? Nothing. All right, cool, I'll play TF2. So it's like the goal was always to like do well and to get into high division. But at the same time, it was just like, all right, I'm basically spending another season mentoring these people instead of actually like focusing on myself and playing for the team, which, fine, whatever. But yeah, this is finally the first season where like I didn't have to really do any of that, just like aside from like, minor adjustments that I'm noticing that can be ironed out because I see the potential in this team. So it wasn't like so much building everything up from scratch. It was just rounding out the rough edges.
Yeah.
And like I said, no expectation, but we did it. And I won a championship. The highest I've ever placed before was my first season in UGC Steel in season 11, and we got third place because I left my team that I started the season with because the team leader was a shithead and nobody fucking liked him, and he tried to weasel his way and invite and was like, "Hey, aren't you that guy that everybody hates?" And he was like, "Oh no," and then he just disappeared. So like whatever, screw him. And then there was this other group of guys that we all hung out with and pugged, and their medic. I think his name was Matt. He had computer problems or whatever, and so he had to drop out like near the tail end of the season. It was like semi quarterfinals, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to play medic for us?" And I'm like, "Sure." I don't know why you consider me. I'm trash, but I'll give it a go. And yeah, we beat the undefeated team in Steel the next game I played with them.
Based.
Which was huge, dude. And they were so happy, and I was too. But yeah, I was basically just being dragged along for the ride. And then, man, for that semifinal game on Badlands, dude, we played against a team called Long and the Neck Turtles. And these guys, you want to talk about sandbagging? These guys were IM, ESCA IM, back when being an IM was a bigger deal because it meant you were a step below invite in more than one aspect. You know, open was basically what newcomer to IM is now.
Yeah.
And so these guys were sandbaggers. I mean, we knew that going in, and we're like, oh, dude, this is going to be fucking rough. And we got absolutely trounced, dude. And we got sent to the third place match. And yeah, those guys, man, those guys are so serious. And it comes back to that bit I was talking about having depth of the roster. In their grand finals match after the first map, they swapped out like 3 or 4 players. They brought in substitutions, for fuck's sake. That's how much these guys are sandbagging. Not only did they have 6 IM players, they had 6 more IM players to bring in. And it was a hard fought match because we all knew each other. And the other team in the finals was 5.5 men. And they ran in similar circles to the team I was playing for. And it was a hard fought match. They lost after 3 maps. I think it was Process, the Gully Wash, and the last map was Viaduct, and they lost on Viaduct. And I remember watching that dude, and that's where I really fell in love with the game. Watching these dudes play. Because we played our third place match and we won. I still have those demos, actually. And I had the demo of the quarterfinal playing against the undefeated Steel team. I think it was 2D was their team name. But yeah, dude, just thinking back on it, dude, from that moment 11 years ago to now. And I mean, you know, I didn't really play a lot of seasons. I've just been around pugging. I've stayed in the scene here and there. Like I said, I quit the game 6 times and I come back and it's like starting from scratch every single time because nobody knows who I am. And yeah, I just spent time in the dojo and it's finally paid off. I'm rambling at this point. I forgot what my original point was.
The point was TF2 is fucking awesome.
Yeah, you can't ever leave it. It's one of those games. People say it's dead all the time, but it's like, dude, have you even seen it?
TF2
really?
never die. Honestly.
No, it really won't. If dudes still play TFC and Fortress Forever, for God's sake, fun game. The main developer still plays Pugs in Fortress Forever. But yeah, people aren't stopping it.
Yeah.
That game's died multiple times and come back, dude. But TF2 is a way stronger force than either of those 2 games.
Yeah. We're gonna have to wrap this up here in a bit because I do got to go to bed.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. Good lord.
But I have 2 buttons on my backpack, and one of them is the red team logo, and the other one's the blue team logo.
Yeah.
And
Builders League United.
You know, just you got to just find little ways to represent. It's like a little calling card. I actually did. I met somebody at the airport on my way back from Toronto last year. The Charlotte airport, and I met I can't remember his alias, but he actually played Invite, like low-level Invite back in the day. Like,
damn.
Just like we're on the same flight. We're sat next to each other. And he's just
what
like,
are the odds?
Like I was just in the line, like waiting to get on the flight. I try to find out. Let me see if I can find his name. Just like in the same terminal on the same flight, and he's like, "Hey, I like you. I like the buttons on your team or on your backpack." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I fucking love TF2." It's like, "Yeah, I used to play Invite 6s back in the day." I'm like, "What?" Let's see if I can find it.
I had a similar sort of run in. I was out at the bars with my cousin. He was down.
His name was Knight. Knight. I think that was his name. It was just like the weirdest, fucking, because it's just like meeting another TF2 player, meeting another Sixes player, and then meeting someone who used to play in Invite in the fucking airport, and he sits next to me on the flight.
Yeah. TF2 is a small world in TF2 and in the real world, I guess. And it's also, some of the logos and stuff are inconspicuous enough to, like, not be cringy to have on your bag in public. You know what I mean? Like, some of this game design, it's like really like Fortnite. Like, don't want to be seen with that. But TF2 is like, if you know, you know. And
if you're wearing like a TF2 like if you got TF2 buttons on your backpack like I do, it's just like
Hmm.
that's a little bit more sophisticated than Fortnite. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually have RGL actually has really good merch in some areas, and they had a few seasons back like stencil outlines of Sunshine Mid and Product Mid,
Ooh.
and then they have one on their website right now, which is it's like a two fort shirt. They're all fresh as fuck, and
Mm.
I'll wear those out in public. And like nobody's ever been like, hey, is that Sunshine Mid? But it's like, you know, it's one of those games that like it's so well designed that you can get away with wearing some shit and having TF2 buttons on your backpack.
Yeah.
The kids I coach would be like, "What's TF2?" And we're like, "Oh, if only I had 5 hours to explain."
um, but yeah, it's similar to that. I was out at the bars with my cousin, and I was walking out front to have a cigarette or something like that, and
On Schmoko?
yeah, and I was fucking plastered at this point, so I was willing to like strike up conversations with people because I'm usually not the talkative types of just random strangers, and I look at him and I notice his belt buckle because it's like it's just out there. He's not like got a shirt over or anything like that. And I swear to God, it was the TF logo, like the
Yeah,
sideways thing.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, what are the odds that that's just a random design, and what are the odds that's a TF2 reference? And I just banked on it. I'm like, hey man, I like your belt, but looking back on it, probably sound a little bit for like, hey, I like your belt. It's like, thanks, man.
yeah.
I didn't say it like that. I was like, hey man, nice belt.
I almost feel like you have an obligation, or I at least have some level of an obligation. Like if I see somebody wearing some like TF2 shit out in public, to at least be like, I mean, that's how I met that one girl. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna repeat that story on stream, by the way.
Of course,
You know,
of course.
a gentleman never kisses and tells, but
Well, not on stream.
but yeah, but yeah, you kind of have I don't have an obligation, but like, I just want to be like, hey, we play the same game. I fucking love TF2. You
And
know?
it's niche enough, to be like, hey, like again, if you know, you know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I play the game like occasionally. You're not buying TF2 merch if it's like, oh yeah, flavor of the month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, TF2 hasn't been the flavor of the month in at least 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, ever since I think yeah, at least 10 years. I don't know when it went free to play. 2009?
2000. Well, I was in high school. It was like 2012, 2011. That's what about. Like I bought the game twice, and then it went free to play.
Based Valve.
Yeah, I mean, it's $20, whatever. $20 is $20. It's $20. Oh no, I bought the game once. It went free to play, and then I bought the orange box, and then I got the proof of purchase finally, which is where I learned that's how you get the proof of purchase. Because I'm like, how do you get that anymore? You can't buy TF2.
Well, you get the orange box.
Yeah, and so on some account that's locked away to the sands of time forever, I have a whole bunch of vintage items, and I think even a Bills. No, I don't have a Bills hat. I didn't get in time for that one, but I got the Alice cap and the frying pan on that account. But I'll never see it again. But whatever.
So it goes. Well, I think we've had a good 90 minutes on the channel just talking shit. Any
I
any
feel like a
closing
couple hours.
any closing thoughts, Sir nb1rckr?
I mean, the goal was always to have a good season and to hopefully win, but I never thought it would be on a season that I had zero expectation for and just rode it all the way to the top. I was kind of worried about dropping a game, but the more and more we played it and the fact that it didn't happen, I was just like, okay, I guess this is real now. And yeah, it's rare that you actually meet up with the team that you actually don't end up hating the guts of midway through the season, like irreparably.
True.
And I'm glad that I was able to find that. And yeah, TF2 is just after all these years, dude, there's still something about it. We talked about moving on off stream, moving on and like, what does that really mean? What does that look like? And it looks like, how it goes like at the age we're at now. It's just like, what is there really to do? But it's like you just can't get away from it, dude.
Just keep on coming back.
Yeah.
Always finds its way back into your life somehow. Sign of a well-made game.
Yeah.
Can we get a
Seriously.
fucking update at some point though?
No, go fuck yourself. Keep
At
buying
the,
keys though.
at the very least, please just fucking remove the mini crits on reflect. I will be happy with everything else.
Or if you're gonna remove crits, bring back grenades. That's what they replaced. So I mean, if you got beef for crits, blame
No,
Valve for thinking that
Just
grenades
no,
weren't fun.
just the mini crits when the pyro reflects a rocket,
All right, fair enough. Fair compromise.
or remove the mini
Look at
crits.
this crunch mid, dude. Oh my god. Sorry.
Remove the mini crits. Great mid, by the way. Remove the mini crits, and then remove the strafe lock from air blast, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah, dude. No, seriously, it's so dumb that you can't airstrike when you're air blasted. Don't just make it an easy win for the pyro. Like seriously, it's so dumb. Pyro. Speaking of like what the pyro was designed for originally in Quake World Fortress or Team Fortress, it was made for players with bad connections, so you can still at least feel like you're participating. That doesn't exist anymore. Remove pyro or stop making him so busted. Or as we'll always say on his Just Real TV, remove sniper.
Yeah, I need to start running beans pugs more often.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy, but that's for another day. Forgot that I had put up a Discord thing. Anyways, any final words? Any shout outs?
No, just shout out to everybody that actually decided to watch. Didn't think anybody would actually tune in. So thank you for your not condescension, but what's the word? Whatever.
Rapt attention.
Sure, yeah, go with that.
And that
Humoring us. There we go.
Shout outs everybody.